very first episode of Mike's VIP Lounge. Yes, this is the part two. This wasn't an original plan, but my guest Rents is here, who's back now, by the way. Yay! His phone died, and well, this is where we are now. Haha.
The great world of technology that we live
So, we were talking about jobbers before your phone died.
in. Yeah, WWE seems to not believe in jobbers, but there does have to be a certain hierarchy. There's guys who are there to make money for the company. There's guys who are there to make those guys look good. Um, and sometimes there's overlap, but in general, that's kind of the way it works.
So is this why Zack Ryder is, jobbing out to pretty much everybody?
He barely gets on TV at all. I mean, to job or whatever. So I was somewhat surprised that in the last uh, cuts he wasn't on the cuts. So I mean, obviously they see something, or perhaps they're just waiting for his contract to be up. I don't know, but so we'll see.
Yes, Levels, I am an Emma Mark. Sorry, Renters. I just saw Levels tweet, like, he quoted when you called me an Emma Mark, and I laughed.
Yeah, definitely, definitely an Emma fan. I can see that.
Well, it doesn't matter. You can call me Mark. Doesn't really matter. I'm not offended.
Nor am I. That's hey, if you know what a mark is, you're one. So,
Hmm. A Mark is someone who just enjoys it. Like,
hmm
yeah, I'm a Mark. Deal with that. And I'm
we
not
all
telling you to deal with it. And
we
you're like, oh, deal with it like that. I'm just saying it like that. Just like Batista would say, deal with it, bro.
we all are. We are all marks.
Really? Because there's this thing called Smarks as well.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Really?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
I thought a Smark was someone who literally knows everything about the business.
Yeah. I guess if you've worked in the business before, yeah, maybe. But I mean, if you're a fan and you're reading websites, you're just like everybody else.
Oh,
That's my view.
there's a lot of like. Also, another thing that I've noticed among WWE fans is there's quite a lot of stereotypes around. Like, if you know, when I say stereotype, as in, oh, a John Cena kid who's like, oh, he's one of John Cena's many, 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 many. How many times am I going to say many? But he's like one of John Cena's main followers, little kids, them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, the common stereotype for those kind of people are like, oh, one, they know nothing about wrestling, or oh, they're always on the losing side of every argument online, or oh, they cheer all the baby faces and boo all the heels.
That's what they should do. That's the way the product is designed, So, and I think that, I think that some of us who try to take a little bit more of a calculated approach because we consume so much of the product that we have a tendency to get tired of a property before the casual fan gets tired of them. So, I think those of us who would be reclassified by some as Smarks, get that moniker. Not so much because we just cheer heels because we like cheering for bad guys, but it seems like they get more character development. That's right. That's really the largely the reason why. So
Hmm. New topic. What are your thoughts on SmackDown, Francis?
get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it. I'm not joking. Get rid of it. Really? 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 Really?
Seriously?
Really? Really? Yeah, really. I don't see the point of a taped show in a live on demand world. It just doesn't seem
Simple.
to.
Make SmackDown live.
It already is. It's called Main Event. Comes on Tuesdays.
You
What?
hear that?
What?
Oh, haha. I'm guessing you
What?
didn't hear.
Good old R-Truth.
I miss this R-Truth.
They should make them a real tag team, and they could even call it like Truth or Consequences. That'd be a great name for him and Xavier Rhodes as a tag team.
Did you say Xavier Rhodes?
Isn't that his name? What is it? Xavier Woods.
Woods. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't matter because he's irrelevant. So whatever his
Irrelevant.
name is. Yeah, whatever his name is. So
Yeah. Like in Coming to the Ring is Xavier, whatever his name is.
hmm
Seriously,
which
why?
is which is sad because he's sort of like some of the other guys like Big E, for example. They have a lot of personality, but they don't convey it in the time period that they're allotted on TV. So you look at R-Truth, he is I don't know if you call it a stereotype. He's a caricature, and for some uptight people, he may be a little offensive because he's so one-dimensional. But
He's nuts.
he knows how to work an audience. He knows how to get himself over, and some of these younger guys need to learn from that. So
Who knows? Maybe Xavier Woods will learn in time, probably.
you gotta hope. You gotta hope. R-Truth can't go forever. He's, what, mid 40s now. Yeah, he
I don't even
looks
know
gr-
how
he,
old he is.
he looks great, but he can't go forever.
No one can go forever. Do you like Alberto Del Rio?
I do.
Oh, same here. I love Alberto Del Rio. I'm sorry. I love.
Yeah, I like Ricardo too. Um,
What the fuck is he even doing now, anyway, Ricardo?
he is doing the Spanish announce team for Raw, and he is wrestling under a mask on NXT, and probably one or two other things. Like he hosts for Spanish interviews on the network. So they've got him doing a few things here and there. He's not nearly as prominent, obviously, as when he was the personal ring announcer for Del Rio. but I do miss that sort of character. But Del Rio's kind of proven that he didn't. I'm not sure he really needs it. I
Like
think we're start.
he can go
It,
with
it's
he
it's
can
really
go even without him.
yeah. I think it's proven to be a little different than a lot of valet slash manager situations where the manager is more over than the performer. This is the opposite. You know, Del Rio is fine without Ricardo.
Also, I heard rumors that Del Rio might be leaving soon.
Yeah, I don't know that he's gonna. I don't know how long he's gonna do this. I think he does enjoy the business. I'm not sure if he, I don't want to disparage him because I don't want to say he doesn't love the business because that's not fair to say either. But I'm not sure he's one of these guys that's gonna do this till he's 40, 50 years old. So I would not be surprised that when his contract is up that he's okay to just let it go.
If he goes, I'll miss him.
I don't know. I'm not so sure I'll miss him. I do try to appreciate him now, but yeah, I like Del Rio though. Del Rio to me is a guy that had the the upside to be a real main event heel, but for whatever reason, it hasn't clicked, and he hasn't been able to really solidify himself beyond the upper mid card. So might be partly a language barrier, and that's why I thought that his work with Ricardo would be helpful because Ricardo is not just bilingual; he's sort of bicultural. He's more like Rey Mysterio than he is just straight Latino. So but it didn't do that much for him. Having Ricardo didn't offer as much help, I think, as possibly WWE thought that it might.
Hmm. It didn't offer much help, yet he won the WWE title.
Hmm.
Not sure how that makes as much sense, but okay.
Won a WWE title once or twice, World Heavyweight Championship 2 or 3 times. Um, didn't really do much with it when he won it. Um, those were not exactly the finest hours for the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship. So yeah, he won them. He won them, and he it certainly wasn't for a lack of trying. He's a hard worker and he's a good worker. Um, I don't know, and I'm a fan. I do like him, but he's not main event really. He's not a main event performer.
Hmm. I actually thought his last World Heavyweight Championship reign was actually good. I mean, he had good matches. You gave him decent opponents. Very good rivalry with Dolph Ziggler. Oh my God, I could go on about that, but I won't because I don't want to annoy you. Haha.
How so?
I just sometimes tend to ramble about things for a certain period of time, and then people are just like, Mike, okay, Mike, we get you like it. Can you shut the fuck up?
Well, this is just a big ramble session anyway. That's what we're doing. That's what the fans pay to see, right?
Yeah, yeah, but I'm not gonna go talk about why I enjoy the Ziggler Del Rio rivalry in too much detail.
Yeah, I'm not as big of a Ziggler fan as a lot of other people are either.
That's fine and dandy. How come though?
Um, Ziggler is a great athlete. He's a great athlete with a fabulous look. You know, he's one of those like JBL performers. You know, if you were making a WWE superstar from scratch, he would look like fill in the blank. And I think Dolph Ziggler is one of those guys. He definitely looks the part, and he tries very very hard to sell like crazy. The
I think that's
problem
what
with it,
people. Sorry.
no, go ahead.
No, I think that's what people like. I think that's really what people really like about Dolph Ziggler, the way he sells things.
Mhm.
Honestly,
But he has a woeful attention to detail. Um, Everything is sold like he was shot with a cannon, but he doesn't remember what was done to him. So you could work a shoulder all match or a knee all match, and he'll forget that's what we've been working on during the match. And so everything you do, he sells, but then he immediately stops selling it. You know, so it's like he's like a video game. You know, the everything you do is scored, but it may or may not be be accumulated over time. Whereas if you, I'll give you a great contrast. Look at Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose, I don't know, and nobody else really honestly knows in fandom whether his shoulder was actually injured or not. Now you hear some people say, "Oh, absolutely, it was a real injury," and you hear a lot of other people who say, "Oh no, it was a work." The fact that we don't know is a testament to how you're supposed to sell in pro wrestling. We don't know if it was a real injury or not. He sold it so well. And it could have been a real injury, but I've seen him do that in other cases too, where if he gets hit with a big move, he keeps selling that that move was done to him. And that's sort of the difference. And he does the same, and Dolph does the same thing in his promos. It's either 100% 100 miles an hour, even when that doesn't make sense, or it's the somber, I've got to keep trying near tears, but it doesn't really make sense. Like his last promo on the app, he's doing the somber act about getting back to the Intercontinental Championship. He's won the Intercontinental Championship, I think, more than once, and he's won a U.S. title. So mid card titles shouldn't get the somber act for him. And he's not like he's facing somebody that he's never beaten before to even give an excuse to do the somber act in going after the IC title. For him, going after the IC title should be, yeah, I'm gonna win it. Everybody knows I'm gonna win it. Even if you know that you're not gonna win it, that's the way you should sell it. So what he does is good. The problem is his lack of attention to detail. It's always out of place. So is he good? Yeah, he's good. He's a very good mid card performer.
Trying to think of a new topic now here. So if I take some time, forgive me.
Got to go down the list.
Sorry, I'm banging. Hmm. Oh, come on. Think, Mike. Think. Yes. Are you sick of John Cena being, shoved down everybody's throats?
No, I wouldn't say I'm sick of him. I wish he hadn't won here recently, but they really didn't have much of a choice with the loss of all the part timers post Mania, with the loss of the walkout prior to Mania, and with the injury to Daniel Bryan since Mania. I mean, that's an awful lot of talent taken off the table. So to give it back to Cena rather than Rush, um, a young green guy, I think is probably the smartest move. So
Hmm. I'm slowly running out of topics here. Ah! That's not good. Sorry, awkward silences.
check your Hangouts messages.
What, you're gonna do that?
No, I was suggesting that you check them.
Oh, haha. Well, I've really got nothing else to say, honestly, so I'm gonna pretty much wrap it up here. This has been Mike Kennedy Copeland here with the very first Mike's VIP Lounge episode. Sorry that it had to be two parts, and sorry for the constant, pauses and awkward silences. I swear to God, I'll try and get better with the future episodes. And Rensis, thanks very much for joining me here tonight. I really hope you had fun here.
I had a fantastic time. It's great, great opportunity to talk. Always enjoy talking about pro wrestling, and forget all the apologies. I think it was a great show. So, I'd be glad to come back anytime.
Well, alright, well, Rensis, just so you know, if you want to be a guest again, the door is always open.
Glad to.
Alright, cool. So I guess we're done here for tonight. This is Mike Copeland with the very first episode of Mike's VIP Lounge, signing off. Peace.
You're welcome.